Pascal. We be going wild. Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys all enjoyed your weekend, had a beautiful, prosperous, and successful and safe weekend. Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with the internets. I understand Mercury is in retrograde or some crap like that. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, I had to jump on. I tried to get on earlier, and for some odd reason, the internets were not being my friend. Apparently, right now, as we speak, hopefully it works. Hopefully it stays on and works today. But it looks like Facebook is down. IG is down. I mean, it is all types of things are just going weird right now. So hopefully you guys are able to see this. If you can, definitely hit that like button down below. I was sitting here chomping at the bit, trying to get on here so that I can see and watch some things with you guys and talk about some things that are going on, of course. And obviously, there's some things that we need to recap or talk about that has happened in regards to this whole Brian Laundrie sightings. As we are seeing more and more, there has been some very interesting things that have been developing as of recently over this past weekend. I couldn't jump on because, to be really, really straight funky with you guys, it was a very busy weekend for me. Just a lot of stuff going on the personal level of things. And then last night I had a hangout, a members only and Patreon only hangout with Larry Reed of Larry Reed Live. So I wasn't able to jump on and do a show last night because we were having a very, very amazing and in-depth conversation. And for those of y'all who don't know about the Patreon and about the membership, y'all need to know about this because we were dropping some gems in that show. We were talking about all kinds of things. And it's stuff that I don't really talk about on the live, like out here in the public, you know, in the public eye type thing. So it was really, really great to just kind of talk, be candid, keep it real, have some laughs, share some chuckles, share some experiences of interviewing celebrities and all that. We really did kind of, a lot of people say, spill the tea. So we did that. We most definitely did that. We had a great time. So for those of y'all who are starting to file in, I see a bunch of you guys, almost 200 viewers at one time, 200 souls on all platforms right now. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. Do me that solid. Send those likes past 100 likes. That would really mean a lot. I've been seriously trying to get on. I don't know what's going on with internets today, but internets be acting a dang fool. All right. And also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It'd be really great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. I'm marching towards 50,000, towards 50K. It has been amazing. All right. And it's been great to have new family members, new souls in the chats and all that. I really do appreciate every single last one, y'all. But if you haven't done it yet, please crush that subscribe button. Okay. I'm trying to give you guys your content, your stories, your controversies, your pop culture of the day. Yes, for some weird reason, Facebook now is down. And I'm streaming live on Facebook, but I'm not streaming right now on Facebook because it's not allowing me to do a damn thing on Facebook. So I'm just letting it be. Let it be. Let it be. I'm just letting it be. I'm going to stick to solely YouTube and Twitter and Twitch for right now until they figure their ish out, because I don't know what's going on. YouTube seems to have figured it out. Facebook is still trying to, I guess they're still scratching the dang heads right now, okay? So do me a favor, crush that like button, send it past 100 likes. That would really mean the world to me. We're going to jump into some of the news and some of the stories and some of the things that maybe you didn't know about that I know about, that we're going to kind of do a little bit of a recap. But, of course, we got to jump into this main thing. And one of them that I was going to talk about this week and I didn't get a an opportunity to talk about, which is the opportunity to talk about this Cassie Laundrie situation. Now, there's a lot of speculation, and we're definitely going to be going into the other pieces, like the hiker that encountered, that says he saw Brian Laundrie. I mean, for me, I feel like we're in that place right now where everybody and their mama is going to sit here and say, oh yeah, I saw him. I mean, I feel like it's as if they're saying, I saw Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? He's now becoming a mythical creature. All right. He is becoming a myth. He's becoming a fairy tale. So we got to talk about that to see if that's actually real, because here it is. There's a lot of people that look like Brian Laundrie. Okay. We had somebody say that he was in Canada. There's been speculations that he's in Mexico. He's in a swamp in Florida. He's in a deserted island in Florida. He's in the Appalachian Trail. Now you see what I'm saying? There's so many different things. Oh no, I see him. It was him driving this car, and it was registered to his grandpa. I mean, we've been hearing all kinds of crazy stuff that, for me, I'm just like, we need to find out what's real, what's not real, and figure this whole thing out. But before we jump into that, we definitely have got to jump into this piece, because obviously there's been a story, or there's been news about Brian's sister, Cassie Laundrie, being involved with the disappearance of her brother, Brian. So I definitely wanted to pull that up, because there are some pieces in here. Like WFLA has been doing, shout out to WFLA, but they've been doing some really, really great live coverage of everything that's going down. I wanted to pull up this particular thing. There's a bit in here, but I wanted us to hear from them talking about this whole situation. Then, of course, I wanted to actually let me throw this back. Let me throw this back. Let me retract really quick. What I want to do first is play the interview with Brian Laundrie's sister first. I think that would be the best bet. And then I want to show you guys the actual, what they're saying is true. All right. What the actual truth is. So let me pull that up really quick, and then we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. Okay. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, thank you so much for being on, checking out the show. Hit that like button. Love to see it go past 100 likes. We're only 4 likes away. That would really, really mean a lot. I see a bunch of souls in here starting to file in. So please, well over almost 400 souls watching the show right now. So please hit that like button down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We working hard out here in these streets for you guys. Okay. And let's get into this story, shall we? Here is this is the interview that Brian Laundrie's sister, Cassie Laundrie, had. Let's take a listen.
Tonight, the interview that is raising questions and raising eyebrows in the case of a missing young woman from Long Island. Gabby Petito, on a cross-country trip with her boyfriend, disappeared last month. The fiance and his parents are clamming up, but his sister is speaking to cops and the FBI and speaking out in an interview with ABC News. Long Island reporter Kristen Thorne live in the Suffolk County hamlet of East Islip with the story and details. Kristen.
Bill, the last time we were able to speak on camera with Brian Laundrie's attorney here in East Islip was 2 days ago. We have not been able to speak with him since. Police say at this point they do not believe that there is any criminality involved in Gabby Petito's disappearance. And Cassie Laundrie, who we spoke exclusively with here at ABC, says she has told police everything she knows. In an exclusive interview with ABC, Cassie Laundrie says she hasn't spoken to her brother since he returned to their parents' home in Florida.
I haven't been able to talk to him. I wish I could talk to him.
Laundrie says she's told police everything she knows about her brother, Brian Laundrie, and his fiancée, Gabby Petito, and their cross-country road trip.
She capping.
I've cooperated every way that I can. I wish I had information or I would give more. This is all I have is I gave to the police.
Petito's father says he isn't sure Cassie Laundrie is being fully transparent, given the fact that her parents and her brother haven't said one word to police.
I'm hoping that the pleas and the begging and the community and the, entire damn planet knock some sense into her where she's like, I gotta speak.
Police in Northport, Florida, where the Suffolk County natives had been living with Laundrie's parents, are continuing to put pressure on the Laundrie family today by doing more media appearances.
Okay. Now, we already know everything else. Like, this is a little bit of a backtrack. I wanted to backtrack a tiny bit because obviously I wanted you guys to see a little bit of the interview. That's not the entire interview in itself. But before we go into that, I wanted to say a big thank you to Charmaine 410 for the $50 super chat. Wow. I think that's the biggest super chat I've ever gotten live on this show. I just wanted to say a big thank you, Charmaine. Thank you so very, very much. I really do appreciate the support. That truly means a lot. Any little bit or a lot of bit helps a tremendous amount on this for this channel. So thank you for that $50 super chat. Thank you. Hey, I wish I had sound effects, but I'm balling on a budget, guys. Okay. All right. But now that is one piece that we have. Okay. There is more. Because there's most definitely the full interview that she did have. I want to pull up so that we can actually see in all of its glory as well. All right. Because I think that is fair. Like I said, just a little bit of backtracking, but I think it's fair to get this kind of information out there so we know the full story, so we know everything, right? Nope, that is not it either. Dag nabbit. Is this it?
This morning, Brian Laundrie is still not talking in the disappearance of his girlfriend.
Misunderstanding.
Laundrie
Her, we found
finally speaking out.
me and my family want Gabby be found safe. She's like a sister, and my children love her. And all I want is for her to come home safe and sound, and this to be just a big misunderstanding.
Now, I'm just breaking this down a little bit, okay? And I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to say that she has any involvement with the, the actual alleged murder or homicide of Gabby Petito. Not at all whatsoever. But you hear the voice. You hear her voice. I'm just breaking it down when you're hearing this thing. It's kind of like, sup with this. She's clearly lying. She's clearly thinking or saying something that she knows something, y'all. She knows something without a shadow of a doubt. She knows something. You could hear it in her voice. Just listen to it. And I get it. Not everybody's used to being on camera and talking in front of, on a microphone and being interviewed. And suddenly you're getting thrown into, you're getting thrown into the fray, right? Imagine you're just living an average normal life, right? You're not used to being on camera or anything like that. And then all of a sudden, something like this, some crazy thing like this happens, right? And you're thrust in front of the camera. Of course, instantly you're going to be nervous. You're going to be, you might ramble a little bit. There are pieces of that, but there is something about how she answers these questions that spark red flags. And of course, we now know later on, which I'm going to play here in a little bit, that she was found going and meeting up with him, that she ran into him or saw him more than just once. 2 times a lady, 2 times, man, on 2 separate occasions. What was she doing? But I want you to hear this a little bit. Like I said, I wanted to find a clip where she's talking a little bit more, but you can hear it in her voice. She knows something. She knows something. Let's play it.
Laundrie's sister Cassie says even she hasn't spoken to her brother since he returned to his home in Florida from his and Gabby's cross-country trip without Gabby.
I haven't been able to talk to him. I wish I could talk to him.
Yeah.
I've cooperated every way that I can. I wish I had information or I would give more. This is all I have is I gave to the police.
She's lying. She is straight up lying. She knows a lot more than what she's trying to give off. It's almost like she's telegraphing, I know more, but I can't tell you guys. She's telegraphing it with her whole body, shaking her head, doing all this. You can tell it's like an admission of guilt in a way. And like I said, you can still play all those other aspects of her being on camera. Maybe she's camera shy. Maybe she's not used to speaking like this, all that stuff. Given the fact that her brother could possibly be an alleged murderer at this particular time, all that stuff. I get that there's tension is high, but you just go, hey, I'm just sitting. I just don't know where he is. I don't, and I wish I knew where he was. He's my family. He's my brother. I want to see him back home safe. That is it. But she's telegraphing all this stuff, and she's shaking her head, and her face kind of starts flushing up, getting kind of red in the face. You see what I'm saying? Some ain't right, but let's continue this, okay?
These body camera images show the couple just days before Gabby went missing. Officers responding to a 911 call over an argument between the two near Arches National Park in Utah.
What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm just sorry. We've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
According to the police report, at one point, Petito went to slap her boyfriend. He pushed her away, catching Petito off balance. She then scratched him in the face.
Because sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I can get really frustrated.
It looked typical of both of them. Whenever they'd fight, they would take a little break and come back and be fine, because that's what you do in a couple.
Cassie says her brother is someone who has always done the right thing.
He's a wonderful uncle. He's always been there when I need him. He's been there every time Gabby's needed him.
But authorities say Brian is now being investigated as a person of interest in Gabby's disappearance.
2 people went on a trip, 1 person returned, and that person that returned isn't providing us any information.
Gabby,
and we already know this part. Okay, so we're gonna move on because obviously this is a little bit old news, right? Now, let me get into this other part. Okay.
Growing up with the family.
Gotta love that. Gotta love those commercials. Still don't change. All right. Now, there's another piece here. This is from Brian Entin. All right. He's been boots on the ground right there doing his thing. Shout out to Brian Entin for putting in the time and all this. And I mean, this is some crazy ish, y'all. This is just crazy. This whole story, everything and how it's unfolding. We're going one way, we're going another. We're up here, we're down there. We're in Appalachian, we're in Toronto, we're in Mexico, we're in Florida, we're in the swamps. Like, we are all over the place, right? And we are all trying to figure out what the hell is really going on here, right? We're all confused. I'm confused, right? I'm just being completely transparent with y'all because I want to know, I just want to know what is real and what is fake. What is real news and what is fake news, right? What is just hearsay and people just assuming some skinny bald white dude with a beard is Brian Laundrie. You know what I mean? And who is actually Brian Laundrie? Is him dead or is he alive? Okay? What is really going on here? Well, let's take a look. The confusion is incredible, right? But it keeps us all locked in and watching and seeing what's going on. Real talk. Hey, I see a bunch of y'all in here, a bunch of souls, a bunch of beautiful souls in the feed right now. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button. I'd love to see those likes go past 400 likes. Do me that solid, all right? I see almost 800 souls in the feed right now on all platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, crush that like button down below. Hit that past 400 likes. That would really mean the world to me. Let's get into this. Let's see what Brian Entin says. It says right here, breaking, Laundrie's sister lied about seeing Brian. Let's see.
Certainly a new twist. You mentioned it, now involving Brian Laundrie's sister, Cassie. She said last month that she had not seen Brian Laundrie since he returned to Florida. But now we've confirmed today through the Laundrie family attorney that she has in fact seen Brian Laundrie not once, but 2 times. We're going to walk you through the whole thing. But first of all, I want you to listen to what she said to ABC News last month.
Laundrie's sister Cassie says
this,
even she hasn't spoken to her brother since he returned to his home in Florida from his and Gabby's cross-country trip without Gabby.
I haven't been able to talk to him. I wish I could talk to him.
Sorry.
I've cooperated every way that I can. I wish I had information where I would give more. This is all I have is I gave to the police.
So why is the story apparently changing? Well, we went to Cassie's house today. She lives about 45 minutes from where we are at the parents' house. Knocked on the door. No one was home. There were dogs home barking, but no one came to the door and we weren't able to get any answers. But according to the Laundrie attorney, Cassie saw her brother the first time on September 1st. That is when the attorney says that Cassie had her brother over to her house where they saw each other. And then a second time on September 6th, and listen to this, the attorney confirmed that Cassie actually went to the campsite, the campground where we confirmed Brian and his parents were camping. All of this after Brian came back to Florida in Gabby's van without Gabby. So
There you go. I'm going to roll that back one more time, one more again, so we can all hear it from the nosebleed seats. I do actually find it very funny that there's a welcome sign on the side of the on the side of the door. I wish she would have removed that before she took off. Let's be real. No one's welcome to her house right now. That house ain't a home right now. Trust. But let me play this back one more time. And Information Man Show, I'm sorry I can't pull up the super chat, but thank you so much for the $4 super chat. Thank you so much, my brother. Anyway, and we are going to be talking about a gang of stuff over this week. So if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button because we got some crazy stuff to talk about. More and more things are popping off, and there's a lot of stories that I haven't been able to cover over this weekend that we will be covering throughout this entire week. We aren't only just talking about Brian Laundrie, dag nabbit, but right now I can't help it. We got to talk about this. All right, so let's continue, shall we?
Cassie's house today. She lives about 45 minutes from where we are at the parents' house. Knocked on the door. No one was home. There were dogs home barking, but no one came to the door and we weren't able to get any answers. But according to the Laundrie attorney, Cassie saw her brother the first time on September 1st. Okay. That is when the attorney says that Cassie had her brother over to her house where they saw each other. And then a second time on September 6th. And listen to this, the attorney confirmed that Cassie actually went to the campsite, the campground where we confirmed Brian and his parents were camping. All of this after Brian came back to Florida in Gabby's van without Gabby. So some very interesting new details today. Meanwhile, the manhunt continues. Still no confirmed sightings.
There you go. No confirmed sightings, of course. That's what they're saying thus far, right? We don't know entirely if these sightings are real or not. Obviously, some of them have been debunked, clearly, because the one that's in Toronto, that could be anybody. That could be any skinny, bald white guy. And of course, and I don't mean any disrespect to anyone. All right. I'm not trying to throw shade on any person that is white, skinny, and bald, and male. But if you are, be careful, because everybody and their mom is going to think you are him. Everybody. And next thing you know, they're going to be like, we found him in New York. We found him in Detroit. Shoot. I'm just saying. We found him on the street of Compton, man. Like, I'm telling you, we have to be smart with this stuff. And you know what? The way things are going right now, anything is possible as far as where he is. He's had plenty of time to be on the road. Now, before I go into other things, okay? Before I go into the hiker account, the account from this guy, Dennis Davis, okay, who was hiking in the Appalachian Trail. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about Cassie. And the question is, what was she doing up there visiting him at the campground? The September 1st, it's fine because, you know, he's been gone for a long time. I get that piece, right? They said she met with him one time on September 1st when he was in town. And the second time was when he was at the Fort DeSoto campsite, right? So the question is, the first one, I get it. I get that piece, y'all. Of course you're going to go see your brother. That's your blood when he first gets home. If you don't know what has happened, right? If you're completely just ignorant to the fact of, hey, the sister's gone. Or sorry, not the sister. The fiance is gone, right? Understandably, you're going to sit there and go, okay, I want to see my brother. If you don't even know about that piece, you're going to go see him and give him a hug and go, how was the trip? How are things? Where's your fiance? Right? And you never know. He might have played it off like, oh yeah, you know, she's over here or whatever. We had a fight. I let her go. Something like that. Right? Anything's possible. But then you go and meet up with him afterwards at the campsite. Clearly, you know something is going on by then. You got to have known what's going on at that point. That's plenty of days, plenty of time. You're still going to show up to the campsite. And even if you didn't know anything up until then, you're going to find out once you pull up to that campsite. I guarantee you. Because you're still going to sit there and go, where's Gabby? Right? Or you're going, hey, this is so nice, you know, blah, blah, blah. This is dope. But where's Gabby at? You're still going to ask the damn questions, y'all. The questions are still going to be had. So you know for a fact she knows something, even if it was that day that she met up with him at the campsite. Somewhere between those two times, she knew something. What's going on? What did she do? Is there any connections? Did she bring up somebody in the car with her to help him so that he can escape? I mean, like I said, these are the questions that pop up in my mind. Now, I saw somebody say, oh, yeah, she probably brought up a case of Monster. That's a possibility. Maybe she brought up food. Maybe she brought up whatever she could get so that he could have whatever he needs to skedaddle. I've been saying that a lot lately. Skedaddle. Okay? Maybe that was for him so he can skedaddle. You never know. You never, ever know. But the thing is that there's pieces of information she most definitely knows that she is not giving out right now. She is gone. She's not answering the door to her home. Did she run off too? I'm just saying, we all need to, like, the people that are outside her home right now that are just, you know, acting the fool and all that. Actually, I got a video I want to show you guys. That reminds me of this YouTuber. All the people that are outside need to keep a close watch on both of Brian's family's homes, literally, because they could literally in the middle of the night just like I said, skedaddle. Like I said, kick rocks. Just saying. Let me grab this up because I honestly think this is pretty hilarious. Like I said, this whole thing is becoming more and more of a circus. Like the stuff that's going on outside of the Laundrie's home is becoming more and more of a circus. Found it.
I flew from her.
Nope, wrong one. I need the original. Okay, I got it. I got the original. This is just hilarious. To me, it's hilarious. I get the frustration, but it is kind of funny. Okay, a little bit of a left turn, but I wanted to show you guys this. Like I said, this is all the stuff that has happened over the past couple days, over the past maybe 42, 72 hours, or 48, 72 hours that I haven't gotten a chance to show you guys. So we're doing a little bit of a recap, but and then we're gonna get into this hiker situation. But this video is just funny to me. It says right here, emotions running high again outside the Laundrie's home. This woman flew all the way from Pennsylvania to be right in front of the Laundrie's home to do exactly this. Let's take a listen.
I flew from Hershey to be here.
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
And they're just sitting there, peeking out their windows.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm dirty. Very soothing. Very soothing. Dirty laundry. This house should be burned. That'll get you out. I swear to God, these people, I want to see them fined for this search. They know what happened.
Please tell me, sorry, I'm gonna run this, but who the hell is this woman? I'm just curious. Who is she? To me, this is not helping anything. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna say my piece afterward because I want to go in, but I'm not gonna go in yet. But this is just ridiculous, y'all. Just ridiculous. Okay. Like I said, Circus. I see over 1,200 souls in the show right now. Hit that like button down below. Send it past 500 likes, please. Crush that like button. And of course, do not forget to just annihilate that subscribe button, okay? So hit that like button. Get it past 500. 5, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 500 likes, please. That would mean a lot to me. Let's continue this circus of ridiculousness.
Or he lied. Because I'm going to tell you something. What got my heart was when I saw the manipulation that their son did with those cops in Utah. He had those cops eating out of the palm of their hand. That's a talent. You got to be psychotic in order to do that. You got to be psychotic.
You got to be kind of psychotic to get into a plane to fly all the way out here in front of these people's homes just so you can get your 3 seconds of fame, I guess. Sorry for throwing shade, but I'm going to throw shade. I can't hold it in any longer. I feel like she is doing this just for clout, for clicks. Just saying. Just saying.
And they let that girl was troubled. I think she saw something, she knew something, and then to separate them? How are you going to separate them? Make her stay in the camper and him in a hotel? No.
They explain that later. I'm just going to say it. They explained it. They debunked that part. It was not a favoritism. It was called, he was categorically, in the particular situation, the victim. And she was the assailant. We watched the body cam footage on Friday, if I'm correct. Friday afternoon. We watched the body cam footage. All right? We saw it. She did not deny. He confirmed. She didn't deny. Therefore, the victim was put into a hotel. And if I'm correct, it was a specific hotel for people who are dealing with DV. All right? If you know what I mean. And then, of course, she stayed in the camper or in their modified van life. You know what I'm saying? So what the cops did on that particular situation, they didn't do anything wrong on that. When they split them up, they were not putting any favoritism to anything. It's called what happened when it comes to the law. I'm just saying it. Okay. Still hate what happened to her. Absolutely. And I feel like the cops could have done a little bit better with their choices. But at the same time, it's a 50-50 situation with that thing. Right. But this woman's losing her mind. This woman's losing her damn mind, okay? One real quick. I have a $5 super chat from The Harsh Reality by yours truly, Krista Marie. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. She says, "Run it, boss. You are a fearless leader, and I hope you get some rest." Thank you. I think. I appreciate it. All right. Let's do this.
I'm sorry. This is not right.
Where are you from?
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
What's your name?
Marissa Zadinsky.
Spell that last name for me.
Marissa. Z as in Zulu, D as in Delta, A as in Alpha, Z as in Zulu, Indigo, and SKY, Zadinsky.
So you came here just...
Yes. I want to see them. I want to see the FBI drag these people out and give some answers. This does not make sense. Listen, I got free speech too. You can lawyer up, but I got free speech too.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did they yell out, "I'm going to call my lawyer"? Like, did they open up their door and go, no, I'm going to call my lawyer? Did they do that? I'm sorry. I'm just curious. Why? I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. It's just hilarious. All right. Like I said, things are going off the rails as of recently. Okay, we got a little bit left. But like I said, is she talking to, did the house itself like flap its jaws and say, "We calling the lawyer"? Like, what happened? What's going on in her mind? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, maybe a few too many white wine spritzers, I think.
I'm not trying to be a drama queen, but the more that I see, everyone is reacting to this. The whole world. For a guy on the loose, and let me tell you something else, and you can quote me on this.
Oh, okay.
If Dog the Bounty Hunter finds Brian Laundrie, I'm never paying taxes again.
Okay. She ain't paying taxes ever again. Oh, and that, see, so, like, this is the issue that I see with this right here. Is this is someone who has been living off of the social media, watching things, reading a bunch of things, and getting really, really riled up for no apparent reason. I understand being angry. Don't get me wrong. The reason why I'm covering this story is not only is it fascinating, but also it is very frustrating. It angers me that this is what's going down, right? That this man is still on the loose. If he really is still on the loose. I mean, there's so many speculations right now where they're going, are the FBI involved? Are the local law enforcement involved with keeping him safe, like hiding him and stuff? Why would they, you know what I'm saying? But in my mind, my gut reaction is, what the hell are you talking about, man? Who the hell why? Why would the cops help this dude out of all people? You see what I'm saying? But like I said, there are people that are seeing this every single day that are so frustrated and feel there's this instant visceral reaction like this woman right here, where I don't know what her intentions are. I feel like her intentions might be a little different, but it's a very frustrating feeling to know that this man is still out on the loose. He's still out on a lamb. He's still kicking rocks or wading through swamp water, and he still hasn't been caught. Hell yeah, that's frustrating. Hell yeah, that's frustrating. But I wouldn't go out of my way to buy a plane ticket. That takes a lot of that takes a lot of thinking. To go buy a plane ticket, pack up a bag, get into the plane. Hopefully it's not delayed, right? Because these planes be delayed like a mug. Hopefully nobody's losing their minds about, any precautions of having to wear anything on the plane. No fights happen. You finally land in Florida to be here. Get into an Uber and Uber your ass or lift your ass all the way over to the Laundrie's house. That is a lot of energy just so you can scream at a damn building. I'm just saying. It's a lot of energy wasted when you could easily, if she's a YouTuber, I understand from what I've been seeing from people in the comments saying that her name is Molly Go Lightly or something like that. But you could have easily just gone on to your social medias and voiced your opinion there. But she had to fly, spend a lot of money, and a hotel room. Let's be real. It's not like she's sleeping in the front on the front lawn. Does she look like an outdoorsy woman? Let me say this. Hell to the no. She don't know anything about our outdoors. Let's keep it straight funky, y'all. And lo and behold, like I said, it's a lot of work to buy a ticket and do all that proceeding just so that you can be there. So what is it? Is she really doing this for the love because she's truly annoyed and frustrated about the injustices that are going on? Sure. I'm sure there is that part. But there's the other part of her going, well, this could really bring some real traffic to my channel. Actually, let's do that really quick. She has a YouTube channel, right? It's called Molly. Oh, that was quick. I just put in MOLL and it's like bang right there. Molly Go Lightly. Okay. So I wonder what she covers on her show. She is out here for sure. Well, I'm not going to show it. But her channel is real. Most definitely it is real. Yeah. She really has been streaming and doing her thing outside the house and protesting in front of Cassie's home and all that stuff. And hey, do what you want to do. But there is a part of me that's like, that's just a lot of energy, a lot. If you are going to put all that, if you're going to take out all that kind of energy out there, in my personal opinion, I'm going, man, I would love it if you were taking that energy and using it for something productive, like helping with the case, doing your internet sleuthing, right? Your digital detective work, right? Not just come up here and be a distraction. You know, that's just my personal opinion, obviously. All right. I do have a super chat, a couple super chats, but Jeff Height, thank you so much. I do have a $20 super chat, but it disappeared. And I'm going to pull that up over here in a second. Jeff Height, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He says, this is solely for her YouTube channel, Molly Go Lightly. She took a rock from front of Chris Watts's house. That's very interesting. Thank you so much for that information. I got another one. Let me pull this up. Jackie Rose, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. She says, new subscriber, I enjoy how level-headed and rational you are about the situation. Most people get very emotional and jump to conclusions very quickly, kind of like Molly Go Lightly, right? Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Height, you said, okay, if you want to send me a video, you can send me a video through info@thepascalshow.com. Okay? You can send me an email through that. All right? info@thepascalshow.com. If you have a stabilized video, you said something. Pascal, are you interested in seeing a stabilized video I stabilized of someone entering Gabby's van from the Bethune's video? I mean, I'm interested. I don't know if I've seen that video so many different times. I don't know if that is real, right? I don't know if there really is somebody walking into the van. They said that the van door is closing and all that stuff, but I keep thinking maybe that's a little bit of a stretch in my personal opinion. But like I said, we'll see, you know? So let's go on. We got to move on to the next piece because there's a lot of pieces here. All right. Molly Go Loudly. You're funny. Let me see this really quick. Christy Nicholson. I've been following a reader who has gotten some really interesting information with the help of Gabby. Interesting. With the help of Gabby? Okay. She said she was killed on the 28th and was strangled and was strangled. Said Brian is in Florida. Okay, so in other words, like a tarot card reader or somebody who's clairvoyant, maybe it's a psychic of some sort. That's interesting. That's definitely interesting. Like I said, there's so many people out here that are doing stuff like that, right? I just saw in passing some dude talking to a speaker, and the speaker was speaking different, like I guess it's a tapping into the spirit world or something like that. And for me, I'm just like, I do believe in there is a higher power. I do believe in spirits and all that, but I don't know. Sometimes you just don't know what is real and what's not. You know, I try to keep a skeptical eye on certain things like that until I'm proven otherwise. You see what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion, you know? But you'll never see me come on here with a speaker box talking into it and having this thing come out with like, Gabby. Like nah, I'm just not. I ain't about that life. Personally, I think I'm a little bit too much of a practical thinker for me to automatically go, oh, the spirits are talking, therefore he is in Florida. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, I would want to see the proof, you know? Sing ain't wrong. Sing Vera just said, the proof is in the pudding. Yes, I would want to see the proof. Show me the Carfax. You feel me? I want to see the proof. But let's move on to this thing. We got to go into this hiker situation because it is, like I said, a very interesting one for sure. So there's been another sighting, y'all. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. There's been another sighting. Now, the question is this real or is this fake? Well, let's get into this story here. Hiker has, quote unquote, no doubt he encountered Brian Laundrie on Appalachian Trail. Now, before we jump into this, remember, Dog the Bounty Hunter, Dwayne Chapman, did say, and we've heard multitudes of times, that Brian has had no problem going off into the Appalachian Trail and just getting lost for a few months and surviving successfully out there. So, wouldn't that be one of the spots that he would go to? His go-to spot that he knows for a fact that he has done. He can be on the run. He can live off the fat of the land. He could be out there in these wilderness streets and not need for nothing because he's already done it before. He already knows what that life is like. He already knows the struggles. He's already, those 4 months was his first pancake kind of experience. So he's like, okay, this next time I could do it better. And I bet you I could be out there for a whole year if I plan stuff right. Okay? Davey Lewis just said, Brian is in Cuba with Tupac. Man, he the Tupac, he's the white Tupac right now. Because everybody's saying, oh, I saw him. He's Elvis. Okay? He ain't dead. He's right here. I saw him. I saw Elvis. So let's go into this article here real quick. A Florida engineer is adamant. He spoke with Brian Laundrie on a deserted road near Appalachian Trail in North Carolina on Sunday morning. Now let's be real. Let's think about it. If he's really been on the run for a while now, he can get some serious traction if he's rocking this thing right, if he's doing it right. Even if he was on foot, he could make some serious moves. Okay? He could. Dennis Davis alleged encounter with the boyfriend of slain Long Island native Gabby Petito comes as police receive tips that Laundrie may be traversing the trail, the world's longest footpath. He says, there is no doubt in my mind I spoke to Brian Laundrie. None whatsoever. This is Davis. He's 53. Dog the Bounty Hunter's daughter sent me an audio file of Brian's voice, and the voice was the same I heard. A lost and dazed man allegedly waved down Davis on the Waterville Road, where the Appalachian Trail runs near the border of North Carolina and Tennessee. The Appalachians is understood to be an area familiar to Laundrie, like we've already talked about, who is previously reported to have once lived there by himself for months. So even this article is concurring with what I just said. He went out there and he successfully was out there in them thar hills for months, successfully. And he came back home in one piece. Like I said, this man is an outdoorsy man. The man believed to be Laundrie pulled his car up, alongside Davis to ask him for directions to California using only back roads, and refused Davis's suggestion to take the nearby Interstate 40. Davis, a father of 4, currently hiking the Appalachian Trail, said the Laundrie lookalike acted skittish and rambled about being in a fight with his girlfriend. Davis said he believes that if that man was Laundrie, he was wigged out, quote unquote, for being on the trail and the situation with Petito. And here is Davis right here as we speak. All right. He said, "Man, I'm lost." I said, "What are you trying to find?" And he said, "Me and my girlfriend got into a fight, but she called me. She told me she loves me, and I have to get to California to see her." I said, "Well, I-40 is right there, and you could take it west to California." And he said, "I'm just going to take this road into California." He was worried and was not making any sense. So, this is what he's saying. Davis did not immediately recognize the man as the fugitive until he pulled over and looked up photos of the outlaw on his phone. The man Davis drove a white or light-colored pickup truck resembling a Ford F-150 and wore a dark bandana around his head. Davis is frustrated that 3 calls to the FBI and 911 calls in both North Carolina and Tennessee have not been returned by law enforcement. What? So you're telling me DD, Dennis Davis, ran into a dude that looked like the dude that we're trying to catch, that we're all talking about. He calls 911 and FBI. Let me repeat that again. Dennis Davis is frustrated that 3 calls to the FBI and 911 calls in both North Carolina and Tennessee have not been returned by law enforcement. And you're telling me that this man possibly was having a AB conversation with a person of interest? And FBI, 911, like police, FBI have not called him back? What? Aren't they like combing through these phone calls like every second trying to find any piece of information, and they haven't circled back and gotten back to DD? Why? Like I said, that don't make no damn sense. Okay? No sense whatsoever. No sense whatsoever. Okay? Now, there's obviously some audio that was with Dennis Davis talking about his encounter. So I wanted to pull that up as well. Right quick. One second, guys. Of course. Like I said, try to make this make sense, y'all. We have a sighting, and I understand. Let me keep it straight funky with y'all. We have plenty of sightings all over the country of people sitting there going, "Oh, I saw him here," or "I saw him there," or "He did this, that, and the third and the other." I get that piece. All right. And I'm sure cops, 5-0, FBI, you name it, are all sitting here going like, oh, okay, well, we'll get to it because we've already heard enough from a bunch of people. We don't know if this is absolutely 110% factual, but this is his natural habitat. Wouldn't he go to his natural habitat? Instantly, I'm thinking, if I was really good at living off the fat of the land and I had a grand old time in the Appalachian Mountains, wouldn't I go to that place knowing I could get lost successfully? And then he allegedly finds this man pulling up in an F-150 or a model or a car that resembled an F-150 to sit there and go, well, this man looks a lot like him, and he's frantic. He's talking about a girlfriend, getting in a fight with her. I need to see her. All that stuff. Wouldn't that spark just a little bit? Just a tiny question? I'm just saying, I'd be asking a hell of a lot of questions. Real talk. But let's see this.
And I was coming up from Florida I'm Dennis Davis, and I was coming up from Florida on Friday to go hiking the Appalachian Trail. I got up here to the North Carolina, Tennessee area at about 12:30, so early Saturday morning. I was parking my car at a parking lot where we were going to be leaving a car, and I had passed the parking lot, so I was doing a U-turn to go back to it. And as I was doing that U-turn, a vehicle approached from behind me. The vehicle let me go ahead and finish my U-turn, and as I was driving up to that vehicle, the gentleman in the vehicle stuck his hand out and kind of waved me down. I pulled up alongside of the vehicle. It looked like a Ford F-150 truck. It was white. I was in a car, so I was lower than the vehicle. I rolled my window down, and I started talking with the gentleman. I could tell right away that something wasn't right with him. It took him a second to get anything out, and then he said, "Man, I'm lost." And I thought, I was kind of lost myself. I thought maybe he was another hiker looking for the same parking lot. And I said, "Well, I'm not from around here, but what are you trying to find?" And he said, "Man, I need to go to California." And I was like, "Wow, well, I don't know the directions to California," but he said, "Me and my girlfriend had a fight, and man, I love her, and she called me, and I need to go out to California to see her." And I said, "Well, man, I-40 is right there." We were right next to I-40, and I said, "You can take I-40 west, and it'll get you to California." And he said, "No," he said, "I think this road that we're on, I'm just going to take it to California." And that was Waterville Road. When I got off the phone with FBI, I looked at some more pictures, and I saw a profile view of Brian. And that's how I was kind of looking at him, because he was in his truck. So most of the time I was seeing the side of his face. And when I saw that profile view, I was like, I'm absolutely 100% sure that was the guy. My heart was thumping. And I immediately called the FBI back, and I said, "Listen, I just called you guys, but I'm telling you, this was the guy." And so the lady, first time I spoke with a man, the second time was a lady. She again took my information. I was sitting there in this parking lot. I'm like, what do I do now? And I was like, well, no one's calling me. So I called 911. At that time I was in Tennessee. So I got the Tennessee 911. I called and spoke with the operator there. She took my information. Again, nobody was calling me back. I'm, sitting there for an hour now. And so I got in my car, and I actually drove back by the site where I had saw him, just to see if I could see him again. At that time, I was in North Carolina. So I picked up the phone and called 911 in North Carolina.
And that's it. That's all the video is. That's all we got here. Real talk. Hold on. This thing's losing his mind. But yes. So he called both in North Carolina and in Tennessee, because he felt in his heart of hearts that he found or ran into the man we're all been looking for. All of us, every last one of us. Okay. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. The harsh reality. OMG, I'm so dumb. I legit just realized exhaustion. Thank you for that self-realization, right? Baby steps, right? Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really do appreciate it. I know somebody was trying to send me something, but yeah, send it to me, send it over, email, and all that. Info at the Pascal Show. Send it over there. And then we can take a look at it. I saw somebody say something about a post on Instagram or something like that. We could check it out live on here for sure. All right. Oh, that's Justice Fighter asking that. Yes. So yes, info at the Pascal Show. Send it over, and comment in here to let me know that you sent it. Because I am looking at my emails right now, and I haven't received. So far, I haven't received anything yet that nope. I don't see anything in here yet. So for sure, send it over and we'll do what we can. You know what I mean? What is this? You're not Kempire, what? And I didn't go live. You didn't go live without me, LOL. But that's how tired I am. Well, thank you so much for the $5 super chat and explaining yourself. Thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah. So far I haven't gotten anything, but yeah, send it to me. I would love to. I would love to see whatever the information that you guys have. But right now I don't have anything as of yet. So if you have sent it, comment in the chat to let me know that you guys have sent it. If not, then just let me know when you do. Okay. But yes, there's that piece, right? So we have all that. He has this gentleman literally has said that he ran into him, right? Ran into him in the Appalachian Trail. A guy, at least, that looked a lot like Brian Laundrie. And he's saying that he found him there. Now, the thing is this is the problem, right? We are going left, right, up, down. We're running in circles, right? And as much as we want to believe every single thing, like, we got Dog the Bounty Hunter, right? Dwayne Chapman, hot on the trail out there in the islands outside of on the side of the Fort DeSoto campsite, right? We have all that, right? Then we also have people, law enforcement, spending $200,000 a day searching the swamps still. And then we have this guy saying that he met Brian Laundrie. And I'm sitting there going, interesting. Which one is true? What direction should we be going? Most likely, I'm going to be opening up the phone lines because I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this as well, so we can chop it up and talk about all this as well. So I will be opening up the phone lines in a little bit, not right now, but in a little bit, okay? Because it's like, is Dennis Davis telling the truth? Is he capping? Is it one big lie? What's the truth here, right? Let me just check this real quick before I open this up or put this on anywhere real quick, guys. Let me see this. 1 second, everybody. 1 second, fam. I just got an email, so I want to make sure that it makes sense. Okay, I got one email there, which I'll pull up here in a second. Let me download that ish. And then we got another one here and a video here as well. Okay, let me look at this really quick to make sure it is real. Okay, this is real. Hopefully this will work. I'm going to try to play it on here because for some odd reason, whenever I do playback, it's been acting a fool as of late. So there's a video, there's some photos that I'm going to show you guys here. And I got this one from Justice Fighter. So thank you so much to Justice Fighter. But like I said, I'm watching it with fresh eyes, just like with you guys, okay? So I don't know what we're about to look at, but hopefully we will get some clarity here, okay? So let's take a look at this video. Okay, hold up. It's Virginia. It's the Virginia Appalachian Trail. Okay. This guy's talking to a woman, to the woman at the truck. He responds to after passing. Okay. Appalachian Trail. It says, listen to the male voice. He says, not from the trails, even looks like him. His feet even face outward while standing and turning. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now here's the thing though. That could be anybody. Hold up. Hold up. I don't know. That could be anybody. I'm sorry, but that's a little bit of a, that might be a little bit of a stretch. I appreciate the the video, but I feel like it's a little bit of a stretch. It very well might be a little bit of a stretch. I mean, how can we even make out who's in the video or who's in the car? If that's the focus here, I'm going to roll it again because they're trying to do the focus like right here, but I don't know. I'm not picking that one up fully. I mean, it might be a little bit of a stretch, but I appreciate you sending that video. Of course, there is another one of, he has like a shirt that says Appalachian Trail on it, showing off his tattoos and showing off a tattoo and everything. I'm going to show that to you guys really quick as well. Here it is. And you can see that a little bit. So, and that's what this is right here. Hold up. Zoom into this. There you go. So, yes, Appalachian Trail, t-shirt, tattoos on his hand and all that. I mean, and when we have been seeing that, and obviously he is a fan of the Appalachian Trail. So if this is really like, it wouldn't be a far-fetched idea if that man did find him, did run into him on the Appalachian Trail. Like I said, it's not a far-fetched, it's not like some far-fetched idea because this is his comfort zone. It's not, like I said, it is not a far-fetched idea that they would find, that they would maybe run into him, right? But his tattoos, it's good to know, like A-Lady 747, shout out to A-Lady 747, thank you. She ain't wrong. It's good to know what his tats look like. Because here's the thing, we're easily looking at every bald white guy's face all the live long day. And we're going, oh, that's him. But it's like, wait a second. Why don't we look at his hands? Look at his hands and see what he's wearing. Like, see if he has tattoos on his right hand. He's got a tattoo. It looked like it was on his middle finger. And he's got a tattoo on the side of his palm. If we're so easily going and saying, oh, it's his, because he's bald, he's white, and he's got a beard and he's skinny, therefore it's Brian. wait a second. Look at every other piece. Look at every other, if you can get a glimpse at other physical pieces, physical attributes, because here it is. You can easily sit there and go, oh yeah, his feet stand out outwards like this. He walks, he walks with a wide gait or anything. There's so many people that have that, so many people that walk or stand with their feet outwards. You see what I'm saying? The possibilities are endless. Like I said, Brian Laundrie is going to probably be one of the #1 costumes for Halloween this year. I guarantee you that. Every bald white guy is going to be with a beard, is going to be dressing up as him. Real talk. Wait for it, y'all. Wait for it. Okay? Now, I see a bunch of y'all saw about 1,400 souls in the house watching the show. Please hit that like button past 700 likes. That would really, really mean a lot. That would truly, truly mean a lot. So hit that like button down below. And of course, as always, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay? Please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Yes, yeah. What are you guys wearing for Halloween? Are you dressing up for Halloween? What are you dressing up as? I guarantee you a lot of bald white guys are going to be dressing up as Brian Laundrie because it requires no costume. All they got to wear is cargo shorts and a t-shirt, and they good to go. Trust. I'm helping you guys out. You know what I'm saying? To the bald white guys out there, I'm helping y'all out. I understand. You know how expensive some of these like made Halloween costumes are? These things ain't cheap, baby. They ain't cheap. So I don't blame the fellas being like, yo, hey man, let's just, baby, I'm dressing up as Brian Laundrie. Damn, really? Baby, really? That's just you. Halloween is going to be absolutely messed up. Let me just say that. Everybody's going to be starting to make phone calls everywhere. I just saw Brian Laundrie. I'm serious. I'm serious. People need to be careful, y'all. Okay. Oh, my Lord. I got another $2 super chat. Thank you so much, JC. Do we know if the tattoos are real or fake? You know what? That's a good question. Here it is. They're real because every single video that he's ever been in or photos that he has on Instagram or all over the social medias, whenever you see his hands, he has always had those tattoos. So they real. They are real. Okay? They are most definitely real. So we, like I said, Halloween's going to be messed up. Halloween is going to be really, really messed up because everybody's going to have their head on a swivel. Watch. Everybody. Okay? But what was I going to do? I was going to play this video too because this shows a little bit more. They just talk a little bit more on the hiker.
Confirmed sighting of Brian Laundrie. He is a person of interest in the murder case of his fiancée, Gabby Petito, and authorities found her body in Wyoming shortly after she went missing on a cross-country trip with Laundrie. News Nation correspondent Michael Shore has been at the Laundrie family house in Northport, Florida. He is joining us now live. And Michael, there have been sightings everywhere from that preserve near the home all the way to Canada. How do authorities know which to take seriously and which to pursue?
It's an interesting question. Of course, unless you're in law enforcement, you're not always able to answer. I spoke with Tim Clemente this evening. Tim is a former FBI agent, former anti-terrorism as well. And I was asking him about just this, what goes into the minds of all of these tips. And you can imagine we only hear about some of those that go public. We don't.
Actually, really quick, I also do have the full 911 phone call from Dennis Davis, and I'm going to be playing that very, very shortly. So stick around. I'm going to be playing it right after this clip.
don't hear about all the others. We were talking earlier, Rudabeh, you and I, about this tip that was called in North Carolina, in the Appalachian Mountains between North Carolina and Tennessee, where there were specific sightings. And Tim Clemente said to me that that is the kind of tip that the law enforcement agencies will sort of horn in on a little bit, because that's the kind of tip that has specificity. It has a time, it has a place, rather than if you were just walking around Portland, Maine, and you say, I think I saw Brian Laundrie in Portland, Maine. Where? I don't quite remember. He looked a lot like him. This guy said he saw in profile, he saw him head on, and he saw him at a specific time. So the law enforcement there, local and federal, can go in and look at different ATM cameras around, different cameras that would have been on buildings, in parks, in public spaces, and see if they can corroborate that report. And if so, that's how they do these. So they have to sift through them. But if they are, the more specific they are, the more interested they are in following them.
And as the search stretches on, more time is going by. Does that mean it's less likely he'll be found in that area?
You know, not always. And we've been spending quite a bit of time here just waiting for some action, waiting for the FBI to come to the Laundrie home, waiting perhaps for some kind of news by being here. The Laundrie family themselves have not spoken to anyone here. We haven't seen them the entire time I've been here all weekend. But what we do know is that there is precedent for these people staying in an area where they're comfortable, where they know they can get resources, where they know they can get food, where they know the terrain. Tim Clemente pointed out to me that one of the examples of that is Eric Rudolph. You may remember the Olympic bomber. He was apprehended years later, but in the just not too far, it was North Carolina, not too far from where he was, in that sort of area. So it is possible that Brian Laundrie could be here. It could also be that Brian Laundrie is long gone out of this neighborhood. And again, we have to remember, they don't even know, and they have no reason not to believe it, but they don't even know if Brian Laundrie is still alive.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. Is he still alive? Is he not? What's the story here, right? And we, of course, we see these. We're seeing all these eyewitness accounts of sightings of Brian Laundrie, like he's the Loch Ness monster, like he's Sasquatch, the abominable snowman, Bigfoot. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing all these things, all these theories, but we haven't gotten any factual evidence. Nothing hardcore yet, right? Everything is just theories, speculations, conspiracy theories, right? But we don't have everything. We don't know everything yet. We don't. All right. But, you know, I do have to pull up this video. It's actually not a video, but it is a piece that I think is I think it's very important, because now they have the full audio of the of Dennis Davis's phone call, and I think we should hear it, most definitely. So let's take a listen to this.
Location of your Haywood County 911. What's the location of your emergency?
Well, I'm on the highway right now, but I ran into Brian Lauer just a little while ago.
You don't even know the man's he doesn't even know the man's full name. I'm gonna roll that back. Oh, hold on. That might not be good. That might not be good. But I mean, but you know, that doesn't prove anything. That just means he just maybe living off, you know, he off the grid. That could very well be it. But let's run it again.
Haywood County 911. What's the location of your emergency?
Well, I'm on the highway right now, but I ran into Brian Lauer just a little while ago.
Okay, where did you see him at?
I was at the parking lot for the Appalachian Trail on the north side of Great Substance.
Okay, can you tell me, like, was you at an overlook? Are you there?
Where you at, man?
Hello?
Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you're probably going through the gorge. You lose service every now and then. So where did you
Yeah.
see him at?
On Waterville Road.
Okay. And just on Waterville, or did you see him near a house? Could you see a mailbox?
He was driving a truck, and I stopped and talked to him.
Okay. Was he going up Waterville or back towards 40?
He was going away from 40.
Okay. What color truck?
It was a white truck. I think it was a Ford F-150. I'm not 100% sure of that. And it was kind of a newer model. It wasn't like an old beater. It was a newer truck.
Okay. And what makes you say that it was him?
Well, first off, I was making a U-turn and in the road, and he came up behind me and he slowed down and kind of flashed his lights, like telling me, "Oh, go ahead and go, and I'm going to wait for you." And as I turned around and I'm coming back by him, he's waving his arm out of his truck, like for me to slow down. And I pull up next to him. I'm getting ready to go through the tunnel here. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I stopped and I was,
I think I lost you.
and
Have mercy.
he was talking wild. He said that his girlfriend loved him and he had to go out to California to see her. And he was asking me how to get to California. And I said, "Well, you can get on I-40 right there and drive west and you'll get there." And he said, "No, I think I can go this way," and kind of left. But he was acting funny. And I wasn't sure about what he looked like. And then I went and parked and pulled up the photographs of him. And I'm 99.99% sure that was him.
Famous last words.
Oh, okay. I'm going to let my sergeant know, okay?
Okay.
Now it's obviously clearly there's a reception issue, cell phone issue. He's in the Appalachian Trail, so I'm sure the reception out there, the signal's trash. But at the same time, is he capping or no? Because this man could very well truly, in his heart of hearts, believe that he saw Brian Laundrie, like Matt Lauer's little brother or something like that. But this is just very weird. It's very weird. I mean, there's still more, but it's just strange.
Okay, can I have your name and phone number? Your phone number?
Okay.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm going to pass this along to my sergeant, okay?
All right. I'll meet somebody out there if they want to. I'm telling you, it was him.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'll pass this along.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Now here's the thing. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Okay. He might have seen it, and he just might be the reception there is really, really bad. So it's going in and out. There's a possibility. There is a possibility. I know some people have been sending me some emails, and I appreciate that. It is. Some of the emails are coming. I am getting these emails. I just don't have time to go through all of this right here, right now, unfortunately. But I will look at those when I do another live stream. But I want to hear your thoughts on this. Before I have to jump off and all that, I want to hear your thoughts on all this. Okay. So I'm about to open up the phone lines. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. All right. Give me a call, 314-766-4581. Whoops. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? Is this real? Is this fake? You know, do you think he saw him or no? I know somebody else said that they had a theory that they wanted to pull out and talk about as well. I would love to hear your thoughts on that as well. What your theories are about this. Obviously, we're all conspiracizing. Okay. Hey, y'all on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Trina. I'm in Oregon.
Hi, Trina from Oregon. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
I believe the guy. I don't know if it's Brian, but I believe the guy that he believes he is.
Right.
And it makes sense that he's acting funny. His story about he's giving him more information than the guy needs, like he did when he hitchhiked.
Mm-hmm.
I think he may even be trying to make a story to throw off where he's really going, if it's him. I don't know how he would have gotten a vehicle. Everybody's saying his sister had a white truck, but yesterday when the protesters were there, the white truck was in the driveway.
Right. The truck hasn't moved. The truck is still allegedly still there. And here it is.
Yeah.
If he took out $1,000, you can buy a used, not a clunker. You can go buy a clunker for a couple $100. I mean, anything's possible as long as it gets him from point A to B, as long as the thing runs and the lights turn on and all that stuff and the brakes work, anything's possible. Anything's possible. So you can definitely throw a grand or less than $1,000 at a beater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
So the theory of him possibly being in the truck is possible, but I'm surprised that this is the first time we're seeing a sighting of him at all. Because at some point he's got to go to get. At some point he's got to put gas in the car. But what were you going to say, sweetheart?
Exactly. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
It's okay, sweetheart.
I also heard during the weekend there were about 5 sightings in that area. I did read that today on some news story. Don't know if that's true, obviously, but I also heard there's a California in North Carolina.
Oh,
there's a city there. So I didn't look that up either, but I heard there is.
Fascinating indeed. And that could be it too. He could have been saying that too, or he could have been doing what you said. He could have just been saying whatever he needs to say to throw people off, to throw off Dennis. That is a possibility. And the other theory is, it's another skinny ball white dude that is on meth. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Like either on drugs and he's just talking crazy. I mean, everybody got problems. Everybody got boyfriend and girlfriend problems. You know what I'm saying? Brian Laundrie ain't the only one that had problems with his girlfriend, right? So, there's other skinny ball white dudes out here with girlfriends. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So the possibilities here are really, really endless. But I do believe that he did run into somebody. Whether it is him, I don't know yet. Right?
Right.
But I do appreciate the phone call, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm a new subscriber and I appreciate you a lot. So keep it up.
Thank you so much. You have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye.
You too.
Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
John from Lexington, Kentucky.
John from Lexington, Kentucky. What's on your mind, man? Speak on it. What are your thoughts?
So, my thoughts is you can't even pronounce the guy's name.
Right.
You got the detail on the truck. He's supposed to be going from trying to find California. We're talking about a guy who went from Wyoming to Florida on his own in her van. So, I mean, that's my take. It sounds like he's just making it up. He's trying to make it seem like, you come up with a story and you say, well, I don't want to seem like it's too possible. So I'm going to play along with it and mispronounce the guy's name, throwing the truck from the, the guy's apparently been watching YouTube or something to get the truck right.
Right.
And second of all, I don't want to take over your show, but second of all,
you good.
The media keeps on pushing like this dude's Bear Grylls, and he lived out of a van. He's a glamper. I picked that up from my son, a glamper, because he lived out of a van. They frequent restaurants. The wife and I, we went to Klingsman. I'm going to say it wrong. Klingsman Dome. They have all the points he made on the Appalachian Trail had a parking lot. The Dragon's Tooth in Virginia had a parking lot, and then it's a 2-mile hike. They say the first 1.5 miles is okay, and then it's kind of steep. But yeah, I mean, he lived out of a van. Before that, they lived out of the Nissan Sentra and traveled, and then that's when she came up with the van idea. I'm just saying, the dude's a poser. From what I've read and from what I've seen, there's no pictures of him going Bear Grylls eating bugs. I just think it's a lot of BS. I think he's close to home. I mean, nobody's mentioned, my wife has even mentioned the storage locker. I haven't heard anything about that, where he offloaded her goods. Should be staying in there. I don't know, but I think he's closer to home.
That's interesting. Anything, I don't know. Like I said, anything is possible with this whole situation. We don't know what is going down, what is real. If he was like super outdoorsy, but here it is though. He was able to go to out to Appalachian trails and be out there for a long time. Whether that is him being out there glamping, he was still out there, right? And there's still people that live out there as well in the hills, in the mountains. So, the possibilities are you do have a strong theory here, right? That is a possibility of him going and doing this. It's a possibility for sure. Just saying that he is an outdoorsy man, but he really isn't. I mean, even so, when they went camping, when he went camping with his parents, he, allegedly at those campsites, they were still in a camper, a really nice camper too. So it wasn't like he was living in a tent chilling, right? And I think it's also funny when you see all these videos of Gabby and him, and he's sitting there like, doing, what? Sorry. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm gonna ask about that here in a second. But anyway, sorry, somebody just commented something that's very weird to me. But anyway, they show video of him like sitting on a mat, like he is like he's like meditating and stuff. I'm like, man, you are not a calm dude. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I need to meditate. Namaste. No, you are obviously not a calm human being, because where's what happened to Gabby? You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting that there's a lot of people out here that will sit there and say that he is one thing that maybe he really isn't. But
I seen. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
On the road.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Well, I seen a clip on YouTube. I think it was YouTube, somebody's channel or Instagram, but it was of him off his Instagram channel. And the dude had a helmet on and some hiking sticks, the little hiking sticks. And he takes a tumble. And somebody made the comment on the Instagram page, said, "Hey, if you think he's an experienced outdoorsman, watch this." I mean, he just went head first right into it. But again, back to my point, the van is always in the picture. Every other picture is the van. I mean, at most he maybe tracked 2 miles from the said van. So I'm going back to it's all ruse on the media trying to make him look like he's outdoors. They found nothing in that swamp to convince anybody he's there. He might have dumped some of her belongings there or something. DeSoto, come on, they found a can. You know how frequently you have a can on a beach?
Right.
So, visit any beach in America after spring break. There's tons of trash left over. Don't mean nothing, but I'm seriously, I'll end it on this. I still think he's a poser, and I think he's close to home. And most of the time, I mean, even when you pulled over for a drunk, I'm going off on tangents, but every time they say when you pulled over for drunk driving, you're like a mile from home. So I wouldn't put it out there that he's not maybe a mile or two from where his parents are. That's it.
That's a good.
Anyway,
that's a good possibility. Thank you for the call, man.
Hey, thank you very much for your time and your efforts. I really enjoy it. The wife's out shopping, but she enjoys you as well. Okay. God bless, and thank you very much.
Thank you. You too, brother. God bless. Peace. Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Pascal. It's Amy from Arkansas. How you doing?
I'm good. Amy from Arkansas. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
Well, let me just say this. If you wasn't black, I'd be asking you for your ID right now.
Right. No, facts.
I am like on high alert that the only person in America that looks like Brian Laundrie that I wouldn't call the cops on is my old boyfriend, Rob. Anybody else, I'm going to knock you out, hog tie you, and then ask you for your ID.
Oh, that's funny. Everybody's a suspect. Everyone's a suspect, even the girls.
I want this mofo caught, Pascal.
Yeah.
This is breaking my heart.
I think it's breaking everybody's heart, but I don't think you'd be the type to go all the way out to, to their front lawn out of your busy schedule just to start screaming at the house, right?
No, I would be out there with dogs.
Right.
I would be out there with dogs hunting.
Be productive.
I would be on the phone with baby Lisa. I would be helping in the hunt. Even out there volunteering. I'd go get me some hip waders and go out there in the Carlton Reserve and help the feds look.
Right.
That's just me.
Facts.
I wanted to talk about the hiker guy. I do believe him, and I believe in his heart of hearts that he thinks that he saw Brian. I wanted to point out, if you notice, the 911 operator never says Brian Lauer. Who is Brian Lauer? What did this man do?
Right.
It's like she knew he meant Brian Laundrie. Everybody in the world is looking for Brian Laundrie.
That's facts. You ain't wrong on that.
So it's like she knew who he meant. And the story he gave about the girlfriend and, it's just like, who would be making that story up? But what I don't get is, why would you flag someone down in North Carolina and ask them, does this road go to California?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, head west, and when you see some big mansions and dumps of legs, you're there. But, that just seems strange, but for him to ask someone all the way on the East Coast how to get to the West Coast.
Exactly.
That seems odd, but I mean, it makes sense for him to be at that Appalachian Trail. Everyone said it from day one. He's going to the Appalachian Trail.
Absolutely.
The only thing about this story is if that was him, where did he get the truck?
Right.
And where's he getting the money to drive to California at $3-something a gallon right now?
That's the ongoing question, right? Because I mean, he
and
could.
You gonna tell me ain't nobody helping him?
Like I said, there's so many possibilities that we need to think about, but there's so many avenues, right? But then at the same time, it's kind of like, well, if he really is in a car driving off, let's just say this. What if somebody else said one of the previous callers just said a little bit ago? Clearly, he's trying to throw people off. If that really was him, he's not going to go to some random dude with the chances of that guy being able to ID him. Of course, he's going to sit there and go, I'm trying to go to California. My girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. He's going to act like he's just some regular dude. If this really is him. So he could literally just be like, I'm just driving down the street, down the trail here to go hide out at my campsite. But this guy, I just ran into him. Oh, crap. But then at the same time, here's the other question, though. Then at the same time, why would the car pull up to Dennis Davis? It's not like Dennis Davis pulled up to him. The truck pulled up to Dennis.
Yeah, he like literally flagged him down.
See what I'm saying? So that doesn't make any sense. Why would you go and flag somebody down if you out on the lam? If you are person of interest, if you are suspect,
Exactly.
If you a suspect, you're not going, hey, come here. I know I look a lot like this guy that they're looking for. Come here. I need to talk to you really quick. Yeah. You know what I mean? I need to go to California.
Florida tag.
You see what I'm saying?
I find it odd that guy is from Florida too.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, nah, that don't make no sense. So that part ain't mathing for me. That math ain't mathing for me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe he really was trying to find out how to get to California.
It could be totally legit, and dude could totally just be bugging. Who knows?
Yes.
But if there's evidence to support that very well could have been him, and then evidence not to.
Yeah, I just wish that there was more opportunities for ID, to ID him, more physical things that he saw other than just a bald head and a beard or whatever. I wish that he was able to say, like, I saw tattoos or I saw this, that, and the third. If he has any tattoos, because now I'm hearing that maybe that was just all
he
ink.
had a bandana around his head.
He had a bandana, black bandana around his head.
Ever seen a picture of Brian where he had a bandana around his head?
But isn't that
he always had a ball cap on?
But isn't that the whole point? Wouldn't he dress a little bit differently so that he can throw people off?
I mean, yeah, that's
what I'm saying. The possibilities are endless. But sweetheart, thank you so much for the phone call. I really do appreciate it. All right.
Thank you. Always love your show, Pascal.
Appreciate it. Bye. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi. I want to talk to him.
Oh, I am Pascal. Hi. You are talking to him. Yes. Hi. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, my name is Mira. I'm calling from California.
Okay. How you doing, Mira? Thank you so much for calling in.
Good.
What's on your mind? Speak on it.
Yeah. I was just thinking about all this today. I am listening about it for 2 weeks almost and all this.
Yeah.
Look, if this family put so much effort right from the spot, so much effort to lawyer up because they wanted to hide him. So they would let him go somewhere into swamps or on an Appalachian track or somewhere. I don't think so. Because if they want to hide it, they want to hide him for a very long time. So going to the swamps or going to an Appalachian or somewhere alone, no, that doesn't sound good to me. I think they had plenty of time, and by lawyering up, they got more time, and they had prepared escape for him for a long time.
Yes.
And I think that, all these searches here and all this, I think that is senseless because he is not in the country. The family wouldn't pay thousands of dollars to the attorney to just, okay, we need it and we have escape for him. So I really honestly think he's not in the country because he's not hiding for a week or month or 2 months. He's hiding almost for a lifetime.
Right on. Where are you calling in from again?
From California.
From California. Now, and thank you so much for the phone call. He might be. You could very well be right. He could be out of the country by now. But there's a lot of things that are going to stop him. Whether he is. There's a lot of criteria and certain mandates and things that are not going to allow him to get into certain countries or certain areas. I think he could be on an island somewhere. I think that there's many other spots that he could be going to, but I don't think he's like. I honestly don't think that he's in Mexico. I don't think he's in Canada.
I don't either.
I mean, if he is somewhere, it's going to be somewhere nearby, right? It's going to be somewhere nearby, but maybe not in America.
There is somewhere where a white guy fits in. Yeah, he is somewhere when white guy fits in. And another thing, there is so many places where you just can be alone for a long time and nobody will know you are there. And I don't know. I don't believe he's in a country. That's all I can say. The family, basically, the whole family incriminated themselves to help him escape. Would they do that for escape for a month or 2 or 3? No. That would have to be long-term or permanently. That's my logic, what he's telling me. I don't know if I'm right, but
yeah, I mean, you know,
thinking about the family and how much effort they put in it,
the theories
and probably money.
Right. The theories are endless. I mean, the theories are clearly just endless. We're going to continue to like have these we're going to continue thinking what we're going to think, like what you're thinking, where he is probably out of the country. The theories are going to continue to go until we actually physically see him physically in the flesh being caught. And I do have a feeling, like in my heart of hearts, I really do feel that we're going to find him somewhere in the most simplest area. It'll be like in his family's attic or something like that. It'll be something ridiculous, you know. But we're going to have to see as time goes on. But Mira, thank you so much for the phone call. I really do appreciate it. All right.
Thank you. And I am saying, my daughter said you are very handsome.
Oh, thank you. Tell her thank you so much. That's very sweet. By the way, where are you from, really quick, before I let you go? Where are you from? You got a beautiful accent.
I am from Poland.
Oh, you're from Poland. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching the show. Okay. We'll be talking soon.
Thank you. Thank you for your show.
Oh, anytime.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yes. Hello.
Hello. You're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Anthony from Florida, Fort Lauderdale.
Anthony from Fort Lauderdale. What's on your mind, man? Speak on it.
If you go on my YouTube channel when you get a moment, Anthony ZIEMBA, and I also have it under ZIMBA without the E. Anyway, 919 on Gulf Ocean Mile in Fort Lauderdale, place called Gulf Ocean Mile. It's on the beach. This individual walked by my car wearing the same brown shirt, gray pants, and a black backpack with a black ball cap, black socks, black shoes, listening to the actual finding of the body on his phone because I had my window down. Okay? It startled me. I dropped my phone. I go, how come this guy looks like this guy?
Wait a second. Time out.
So I took it back.
Wait, time out.
Yeah.
Time out. One more. Okay. I'm looking this up. It's ZIMBA.
Yeah, you can put it underneath that one because I put it on my original name. My grandparents had the E. I have the I only.
Okay, so what's your first name again? One more time. I'm sorry.
It's Anthony.
Anthony. Okay, you have this video on your.
I sent it to the FBI, John Walsh, and the dog who called me back, and they said, "We like what you have." I said, "I didn't say it was him, but." My son's a Leon County Sheriff in Florida.
So
I sent it to him first.
So you're giving me
and his people looked at it.
So you're giving me permission to pull this up on here.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna take a look.
I want no money on this. We gotta get this guy. If he did what he did, he's gotta be brought up. Okay, and look at the time and money that we're spending on this pool.
I mean, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars so far. But real quick.
Exactly. It's a distraction. To me, it's a distraction of important things. So, if it's meant to help people that are having trouble with this type of situation, great. But if you look
Wait a
at the
second.
YouTube, I've got him actually on video getting into the Range Rover.
Okay, so
and I'm following him out, and he's cutting traffic
which
off,
ones?
knowing that I'm following him.
Real quick, Anthony, which ones should I be looking at? Because I see a couple different videos on here. So
There's three. You want three of them on the 19th, where it says possible sighting of Brian Laundrie.
3 of them on the 19th. Yeah, I see
there's
that.
one of him back shot, still shot, and then two videos of him walking, getting into the vehicle, and then driving on A1A and cutting traffic off from a left lane.
And this was, where is this? Just so I know, where
This was in
did you find this?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the same day they found the body on 9/19/2021 in a parking lot where McDonald's is ahead of me, and the condos is called Gulf Ocean Mile, Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, so hold on, because I want to, of course, I'm trying to pull this stuff up. So which is the one that he is literally watching the alleged finding of Gabby Petito's body? Which one?
When he walked by my car, it's a still shot. That's what startled me. I look up and I could hear it coming over his phone. They found the body and the report. He was listening, very attentive. He would not let that phone down. I could have ran him over. If it was him, I could have ran him over. He never knew I would hit him from behind. That's how focused he was.
Okay.
He never saw me in my car.
Wait. So is this particular video that I have like pulled up right now? I'm about to show it to everybody. Is it just you narrating, or is it actually showing audio of him actually listening to the video about Gabby Petito being found?
I did not have the video on when he walked by my car. That's how startled I was. I dropped my phone and I could only get a photo, so I went click twice. I couldn't even get it to go to video. I wanted to see what he looked like from behind. But then the second video is him standing by his Range Rover, setting stuff into the front seat very carefully, but he's got that phone very attentive to his ear. He's not letting it look. He's focusing more on what's going on with that phone.
I mean, wait, let me pull this up. I'm going to let everybody see it for their own two eyes as well.
You
because
have,
I think
you have my permission to see that, because I've already sent. Now, let me give you what I observed. You tell me what's going on here.
Okay.
I sent it to Colorado. I said, look at my YouTube under my name. They said, we like what we're looking at. Then the 28th of last month, they called me up from Sarasota FBI. I said, why don't you just look at it on the YouTube? They said, stop right there. We want you to send it to this website.
Okay.
So I end up sending it to them directly, very firm. So I went to my son and said, what was that all about? They want to make sure you're the one that's sending it in, and it sounds like something they really want to take a look at, because they've already looked at it. I'm not sending anything different. I just got to get it to their website.
Right.
Okay. He is getting help by somebody, because I heard the uncle has yachts. John Walsh mentioned this on Fox. He probably in Fort Lauderdale trying to get out on one of his uncle's yachts to get to the Bahamas. That came out of John Walsh's mouth, because John Walsh seen what I showed him. They even called me and said, we like what you have. Keep it on YouTube.
Interesting. Okay.
It is interesting, but if you look at the brown shirt he's wearing and the gray shorts, it's very, very similar in the shape of his head, in the hat, black hat.
Yeah.
It's very similar, and he's shaved.
Okay. I'm going to have to, I guess I'm trying to pull it up so that we all can see it. You know what I'm saying? But because of this program is not allowing me to do that. So
yeah, you could just look at it several times and you'll see the story that I'm trying to put together through the videos. I was very careful, because I know this guy's probably carrying a gun.
Yeah. That's insane. Yeah, because I like I said, I'm trying to pull this up. Real quick.
I know you're on a time frame too. I get pumped up when I talk about it, because I'm just like the guy up there in the hills when he says, "I know it's him."
Okay.
I mean, that's the energy I have around me.
It's all good. I mean, it's a wild idea. So I got the one where he's standing by the car. This guy. This is could possibly be allegedly Brian Laundrie. I just need to make that abundantly clear, because we don't know.
Yes.
I'm looking at the footage myself. It's hard to make out if this is really him or not, but it does fit it does fit the description, right? So let's take a look, at this.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this video really quick.
Look at the ZIE and the ZIMBA, because I put them underneath both names, Anthony.
Okay.
It might be a little different. One might have a still shot and one have a video next to his car.
All right, Anthony.
Just check them out carefully and you'll see. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
I'll keep on tune because I like your program. You're very in tune. You've got a very good setup.
Thank you, brother.
I wish you the best on that.
Thank you so much, Anthony. You stay blessed.
Yes.
All right. Bye.
You too, Don. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to kill the phone calls really quick so we can see this. So we can see this with our own two eyes real quick. Because I know for a fact people are going to want to call in right away. I know people still have their opinions and all that. I want to be able to show this to you guys, and I can't do both these things at the same time. So without being interrupted. So let me pull up this. Let's just see what it looks like. Like I said, this is allegedly a sighting of Brian Laundrie, but we don't know. I was going to ask him a bunch of questions after we played the video, but you know, I understand he wanted to hop off and everything. But okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this audio back up again. All right. So we see a Range Rover. All right. This is one of them. I don't know where this is. So let's take a listen and let's see what we see, guys. Now, here it is. Okay, so skinny white guy with a baseball cap, shorts, backpack, but he's in a Range Rover. That's the question. What is this Range Rover all about? The hell he got a Range Rover? Whose Range Rover is that? If that really is him. Like I said, I'm not trying to mislead anybody or throw anybody off the beaten path, but whose car is that? Now, let me play this other one. Here it is, though. This is when I wish we had a frontal shot of him. Front shot of his face, of his being, of his body, so we can actually see something more, because this could be anyone, y'all. I'm sorry to say that. I know Anthony is watching this and all that, but this could be anyone. Okay, that's just a still. Okay, with no narration, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. Now, here's the other one. He follows this car. And he's just playing it over and over and over again. But this is when I wish that there was a little bit of narration or something, right? Something. And then, of course, it seems like his son was commenting, sending him a text being like that. It could be him, but we don't know. We don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to throw shade at this man's, doing his due diligence and just trying to trying to find something. But at the same time, for me, it's not adding up for me, right? I would want to see many more angles. And like I said, it's just the back of his head. It's just the back of his head, the back of his body. It could be anybody, right? Then it's like, whose white Range Rover is that? Real talk. Whose white Range Rover is that? That's what I'd like to know too. But, like I said before, there's going to be a lot of people with speculations all the live long day, thinking that that there's something, that a guy with a baseball cap that is white and is skinny, right? They're going to automatically think that white male could possibly be him. And when I see something like that, it makes me want to say, well, I wanted to see the front. Let me see the front. Let me see his face, not just a baseball cap covering his face. Now, also, in defense of what we saw, in defense of the guy that is getting into the car, into that white Range Rover, everybody and their mama is watching this story. So who's to say that guy is just nonchalantly running around doing his errands and he's finding out information about Gabby Petito? Because we're all curious. We're all curious. Why do you think I'm doing? I'm curious. I want to know what the hell is going on. And we're going through this whole experience together as a fam. So who's to say that guy, and like I said, thank you, Anthony, for the footage. And I'm not trying to drag this man, but at the same time, what are the possibilities of that guy just listening to the news to find out what's going on, because he is that emotionally connected to this? Just saying. Just like everybody else, except he's not driving out to the front lawn of the Laundries and screaming at a house. That's the only difference. We're all emotionally invested in this story. We all want to know what's going on. We all want to know that this man is brought to justice or is found, period, right? But we don't know everything yet. And everybody and their mama, because we are all emotionally connected and viscerally connected to this case, we all want to do our due diligence and be the detectives out here. But like I said, we're only going to know things when we have absolute solid evidence. So we're going to have to wait. Now, the other theory that gentleman who called before that was saying, man, this dude capping as a outdoorsy Bear Grylls guy, right? That could very well be it too. He could just be acting like he is this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, not really saying that he's, outdoorsy, but he's still living in a van, still sleeping in a modified van. Could very well be that. Namaste, man. Namaste. And then not really being namaste. Not really namasteing. Right? Could all just be a front for some likes and some looks and some views on their social media platforms. Just saying. It's weird, but if you really think about it, that guy wasn't wrong either. So, like I said, the possibilities of people finding Brian Laundrie are absolutely massive. The possibilities of anybody thinking they ran into Brian Laundrie is also absolutely massive. There's plenty of skinny white males out here wearing baseball caps and cargo shorts all the live long day. I just hope that we can actually get a good photo or a good angle, look at his physical attributes other than how his feet stick out. Because that's not the only thing, right? He probably still has some scabs, still has some scars on his face from the fight that he had with Gabby a few weeks prior. There's so many other things that we could be looking at, right? I guarantee you he has a tattoo of some sort on his body. All right? We just have to stay smart. We have to play smart. We got to do our due diligence and be brave. Let's just be real. Let's get brave out here, y'all. Let's get brave. All right? Instead of just a photo of his back, get in his face, take a photo. I mean, and if you're wrong, you might have to be like, oh, lo siento, por favor. You might have to do that. You might have to explain a lot. But there's going to be a lot of white guys knowing what it feels like to be racially profiled. I'm just going to keep it real. But at the same time, hey, at least you're doing whatever you need to do to catch this man. All right? Because he is still out here. He is still out here. Okay? Привет, comrade. Okay. До свидания. You're welcome. There you go. They said do a Russian accent, Pascal. I just did it for a hot minute. Okay? But подай гадошку. Бразалу. I can't even say the word anymore. I forgot the word. Anyway, so. So. Спасибо. Yes, there we go. Spasiba. I forgot about that. Thank you for the reminder. But anyway, y'all, there we go. Okay, for Moro Rosha. There you go. I'm done now. I'm done with the Russian accent, okay? But I appreciate everybody who came on to check out the show and be a part of the conversation today. If you haven't done it yet, hit that like button down below. Most definitely crush that subscribe button, okay? Also, please go follow me on my IG. That is the Pascal Show, one word on IG. If you do the IG, go there. Follow me there. I do a lot of stories. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm very, very busy, and be a part of the conversation. Also, please go. If you're not an IG person and more of a Twitter person, follow me on Twitter. All right. Follow the show's Twitter page, the Pascal Show, one word. That would really, really mean a lot. Okay. And of course, we do have our Patreon, and I have a bunch of stuff on there as well. So please join our Patreon, patreon.com/the Pascal Show. Or if you just feel like being a part of the show and a member of this show, please crush that join button. It's only $4.99 a month, and it helps fuel this show so we can keep giving you your stories, your controversies, your conversations, and your pop culture for the day. All right. So I really appreciate all y'all for being on. Hopefully the internet will start being nice again. Fingers crossed for the internet getting back up and running. But please go follow me on those platforms. Go like my Facebook page as well, the Pascal Show over there as well. And we'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. It is time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.